Letitia James's office should be under investigation for inciting or planning to attack American justice system and the American election system, where Joe Biden has yet again interfered with the election process of this country. He did it back then. He did it in the time of his presidency, and he's doing it right now by electing the females that are in office right now inside of state laws and legislation, where they have written laws inside of making America Great Again speeches. Yet again, I said inside of the continuations of the ejection of the summary report that Joe Biden administration within the last 4 years has constantly and continually incited insurrection, where the American people are not being able to go out to the polls and see their candidate that we want, which is Donald J. Trump, to be on every state's ballot. That is a fair judicial process of the ways of constitutions of the way that we vote in America. If this is allowed, where the media has broadcast a E.G. Carroll false trial of an elderly woman that said that she allegations of whatever they may be years and years and years ago, it is irrelevant at the moment. But what this administration has done yet again to dig up old lies, bring it to light inside of the media, inside of we the people in America, the way that we do elections. What they've done is cast out our leadership inside of Governor Cuomo, who was a governor at the time, and replace him with Kathy Hochul so that she can be coerced by the constituents and the underwriting lawyers up in New York State, where New York State has become criminal. If you look at the situation that unemployment benefits has been held, many people have relocated out of that state because there is no leadership inside of New York State, where New York State was known to be the Empire State, where that state has always had governors that had the best interests of the people. Kathy Hochul's office has been writing executional laws inside of life support, sustaining medical and nursing homes and like I say, workers' compensation boards and the unemployment department. They closed those perspectives down. The reason why I had to relocate is because of those reasons. There are millions of people in this country would like to see Donald Trump on the ballot. Joe Biden administration and his crooked sons are not being cast out inside of the media as they should be, advertising the criminal perspective of the connection with the indexes that was dug up by KeyBank inside of mortgage holders and real estate, and also using Wells Fargo criminal perspective. The $1 million lawsuit that Wells Fargo has publicized back in 4 years ago, where they were sued for billions of dollars for these same practices right now that is going on in America. The Justice Department and this administration is out of hand, and the Justice Department should be investigating the Kathy Hochul's office. They should be investigating the Democratic Party and also the broadcast stations that are fictitiously giving our candidates, Donald J. Trump, a bad look inside of the media off of the lies of old rape charges, making the vulnerable American women to have doubt inside of men, to cause decision making inside of hostage and anxiety perspectives, where they are advertising false charges of a president or of a governor. These are acts of insurrection These are acts of the 14th Amendment as well, that the administration that is at hand right now is inciting a civil war. A civil war is being incited at this moment by having the American people watch on the media that Donald J. Trump has a damaged civil case going on by E.G. Carroll, whoever she is, no one knows. He just pleaded out to the courts that that woman is not his type. As you can see, it is all made up as it was back then 4 years ago when the coronavirus took place, when everybody was living in the dark ages, when inside of the election interference that was taking place inside of the Steele. If you look at my account, my banking account that I have submitted to the state of New York, Letitia James's office, who is a crook, who are money laundering crooks, who made deal offers overseas inside of the banking perspective, inside of election interference, inside of the lie that they're telling to the media and the multitude at this moment. They are inciting a civil war in this country. If American people goes out to the polls and they don't see Donald Trump's name on the ballot inside of conviction of knowing that they have brought false made up charges inside of the conferences of using elderly rape back in time, how can you have evidence of a rape back in time be promoted inside of this time, inside of lies? Letitia James's office has constantly had what they call premeditated intentions to cause interference. This administration that is in place right now must be abolished inside of criminal acts that has taken place inside of the hands of the Democratic Party and the leadership that we have in this country today, and the way that we do business in this country as far as our judicial practices. There should not be a Supreme Court hearing going on in regards to seeing if Donald Trump is legally able to be on a ballot. That should be overthrown and thrown out, where now we should bring charges of insurrectionists inside of each governor who took an oath of this country. They are inciting under the 14th Amendment and also under the third clauses in regards to inciting a civil war in American territory. That's exactly what they're doing right now by false practices of media control, defamation of character to our president, false related. We are going to bring multi-million-dollar lawsuits against each state official that allowed this practice of the highest court of the judicial system, which is the United States Supreme Court, officials to make a decision inside of whether a candidate is eligible to be on a ballot. We, the people, would like to see Donald Trump on the ballot of every state. And if Donald Trump loses a candidacy of that such, it would be inciting of an unfair, yet again, election interference, using the system to do so and promoting it on the media to show yet again that our former president is a criminal and as such, or that our former president is a fraudster, when it should be vice versa, where the criminal charges should be brought up against Letitia James's office inside of banking fraud that she took place stealing Americans' accounts inside of the Florida banking system, where Donald Trump was the Republican candidate inside of Florida at that moment. At this time, we the people would like to see Donald Trump on the ballot inside of all 52 states that we have. 51 or 52 states that we have the right to vote for who we would like to have on our presidency. We the people object to the Justice Department interfering with these frivolous court cases. If Donald Trump is not on these ballots, they are inciting a civil war under the 14th and the 3rd Amendment, which is the Democratic Party, the current president Joe Biden inside of their illegal money laundering criminal acts.